Don't do it to him, Thizzle. What's up, everybody? And it has been 7 months since I've been in Thailand, and I am literally like I can't believe it. It's been a crazy journey. I've been blessed. It's been amazing. I just want to tell you a little bit about the journey. I'm gonna tell y'all 15 things you need to know if you are thinking about coming to Thailand. And I'm gonna talk about lifestyle, location, how travel is, even how meeting girls is. So stay tuned, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get straight into it, y'all. Don't do it to him, Thizzle. Okay, so the first thing I want to go into, and this is not in any particular order, but make sure you have some type of income stream when you come here, because you don't want to be just depleting off your savings, or you just don't want to have no income coming in, and you want to have a peace of mind. You don't want to be, trying to figure out, hey, how I'm gonna make money for rent or activities or whatever. And just make sure you come here with income or multiple streams of income, just so it can help you on your your journey of staying here, and you won't have to be worried about that while you're here. Okay, so everybody talks about the cost of living here, and so I do want to say, and you probably noticed, that I believe that it's affordable here. If you look at my previous videos, check my previous videos, but you can see that I stay at a condo that's like $350 a month. But I seen people that stay in condos for $1,000 a month and even $2,000 a month. But I heard you can, stay in a condo for $5,000 a month. It all depends on your lifestyle and how you want to live. So I wouldn't tell you to do, go with this place, go with that place. It all depends on what you want. What kind of amenities you want, or how big you want your place to be. It all depends on what you want. So you have to choose how you want to live, but you can stay at a really decent spot for, a good price. And you just, have to look around a little bit. And the cost of living to me is affordable. And I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, pay a little bit more just for a little something, you could. So some people ask me the question of, do you speak Thai? How do you get around if you don't speak Thai? See, that's when you download a translation app. And so before you come here, you should download a translation app. If you're in the more touristy areas, it's like Bangkok and Pattaya and other places, you kind of probably won't need it as much, but it's still good to have, just in case you go to a restaurant and you can't read the menu. You can take a picture on a translation app and it will tell you what the food is. So it's good to have the translation app, period. But it's good to always download those apps to learn Thai, or in those apps to translate. So just in case if you need to. And you also meet people that's not even Thai too. I met people that was Japanese and from Australia, Russia, and some of them didn't even know English either. So it was kind of like you need that translation app just in case you come across people that just don't know English. Okay, so number 4, we gonna talk about budgeting. So if you come in here and you have a certain amount of money you only want to spend each month, make sure you know exactly how you want to spend it. Yes, Thailand can be affordable. It's not super expensive in some instances, but sometimes if you go out and go to a club, a bar, something like that, it could be expensive. So I don't want people to, see, oh man, you could live here for $300, $400, $500 a month, but they still spending $1,500, $2,000 because they going out all the time. They spend money on dates, or going to places. So make sure that you have a budget and you stick to it. Let's say your budget is $1,500 a month and that's all you want to spend. Make sure you stick to that. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to just be coming here and spending all your money, and then it's hard for you to go back home, or whatever the case may be. But I do want to say that, like, transportation and sometimes ordering food delivered to your house is not that expensive. But like, if you go out and you start buying drinks and stuff like that, it can get on the expensive side. So make a note of that. Number 5, and we're gonna talk about visa situations. So I am currently on a visa on arrival, which that's what probably you'll be on when you first get here. But visa on arrival is basically you arrive and they'll give you like a temporary visa, meaning that you could be here for 60 days total. Now, you could be here for 60 days, but you can extend it for an extra 30 days for a total of 90 days. So you could be here on a visa on arrival, but I'm saying that you should probably try to go for a long-term visa. Yes, it's cool to be on a 90-day visa. I'm still on a visa on arrival, and I've been here for 7 months now. It's because of I've been trying to like figure out which visa I'm going to get. They have different types of visas: education visa, DTV visa, retirement visa. It all depends on what you're eligible for and which one you can actually do. But basically, you have a total of 90 days after you do your 60 days, and you can extend it for another 30 days for 1,900 baht at the immigration office for a total of 90 days. But then you will have to do what they call a visa run, which you can do a land visa run. What you do is just take a van and they take you across to Cambodia, Laos, or any of the other neighboring countries, and they will just stamp you out, stamp you in. And you could do that, or you could either fly to a different country, you can go back home, or you can go to any of the other neighboring countries like Cambodia, Malaysia, Indonesia, any of those countries, and then fly back. Now, when you do that, the immigration can either can deny you. So if you do it multiple times, they wonder why you keep coming here. So you have to be mindful of if you're going to keep flying and keep coming back and forth to Thailand or staying here long term, that you want to try to get that long-term visa so immigration won't cause any trouble with you and won't prevent you from coming in. So be careful when you come in here. You do get a 60-day visa when you first land here, but you just want to try to go for a long-term visa eventually. Okay, so number 6. So we're going to talk about the transportation here in Thailand. So I use the apps called Grab or Bolt. And depending on the time of day, one could be cheaper than the other. Grab could be cheaper or Bolt could be cheaper. But both of these apps will be better than using the street taxis, because the street taxis will usually charge you more, and that's just hands down. I just never really use street taxis. The street taxis usually would charge you maybe 3 times as much. So if your let's say your Grab or Bolt was 100 baht, which is only $3, the street taxis would charge you 300 baht, which would be $9 basically. And so I just want to let you know that don't use street taxis unless you really have to, like your phone died or something like that. But yeah, I use Grab or Bolt for the most part, and Grab is just a little bit better only because of the delivery side. They could deliver food to your house, and getting food delivered is really top tier, because when you get food delivered, it's probably like almost the same price or a little bit less, depending on if you have any promo codes or anything, than you actually going to go get it. So, and because the delivery fees be like $1 or something like that. So it's really good to get your food delivered to the house. And I know a lot of people hearing me say this, but like, yeah, I wouldn't leave the house if I was you. I would just literally get all my food delivered and never really go outside the house. Okay, 7. We're going to talk about the dating here in Thailand. So my dating experience here has been pretty decent. I've been just kind of like casually dating, haven't really like taken anybody serious, but that's only because I just don't, see anybody as my, partner, lifelong partner. So if I don't see it, I don't really take anybody really serious. But casually dating and meeting girls, it's been pretty good for the most part. I mean, you do get some people that are trying to get something from you, and maybe it's freelancers. And freelancers are basically sex workers, basically. And they are, be in the club sometimes, and they'll probably try to get you to buy them drinks or get you to buy them something, and then be telling you if you want to go home with them, you got to pay this amount of money. So I just want to, warn people, like when you come in here and you think you're going to meet a wifey and everything, you probably ain't going to meet them in the club or anything, it would be very unlikely. And I don't want anybody to, having high expectations of meeting like, the woman of your dreams, people be coming here trying to be passport bros and everything. I just don't think you're gonna probably meet them in a club. If you do, make sure the girl has like a regular job. Maybe she works at a coffee shop, maybe she works at a library or something, I don't know. But just want to make sure I warn anybody, if you coming out here and you trying to talk to girls and stuff, meeting them out in the club and everything is probably not the best choice. But if you do, just make sure you take precautions and make sure make sure you actually take your time in getting to know the person and not sending out money or giving out money or spending too much money on the women that you talk to. 8, we are going to talk about the Airbnbs. Sometimes you will get an Airbnb and sometimes they will have problems. And when I say problems, like they probably have like roaches or something is broken or something is wrong with the Airbnb. So when you come to Thailand and you booking a Airbnb or any type of place, make sure you take videos, look at it thoroughly. And also they will sometimes even try to charge you for electricity, which you really shouldn't be charged electricity. But if you are charged electricity, make sure you're getting charged the right amount, because sometimes they will charge you a high amount for the electricity that you use that month or whatever. And you just want to make sure that you're not getting scammed in any type of way, and you don't want to be in a bad Airbnb. People will be trying to get money any way possible, and that's another way for people to get money, by charging you more for the electric bill, or even like trying to charge you for damages that you never even had and they already had at their apartment. So be very careful on when you booking your Airbnbs, and just be careful. Number 9, so I want to say solo traveling can be hard for some people. And I only say this because some people aren't used to being away from their family and friends. So I just want to go out and say this right now. Make sure when you come out here that you know that you might be alone. Like, you probably gonna be alone for most of this ride. When you probably trying to meet new people and you think you met some genuine friends and stuff like that, you still probably gonna feel alone, because you don't have like your authentic friends back at home. You don't have your family back at home. So it gets hard to just be here by yourself for some people, especially if you're an introvert. It'd be just kind of hard for you to just try to meet new people, join a community, or just meet some people that are genuine and not trying to take advantage of you in any type of way. So be mindful of that, and just keep your head up on it, because I know people that was still feeling sad, even though they had everything they wanted. They just didn't have that comfort of a home, like family and friends and stuff like that. So be mindful of that. Woo! So the food costs here in Thailand. So it all depends on what kind of cuisines you want. Like, if you get Western cuisine, it might be a little bit more expensive than what you think. But if you get like Thai cuisine, it might be, on an affordable side. But it all depends on what you get and where you get it from. And the cuisines though are really, really good. I honestly love like Thai cuisines and stuff. So if you love Thai cuisines, you in the right spot, It's very like affordable depending on where you get. You can get some really cheap food for like maybe 100 baht from the streets, or maybe 200 baht, which is like $3 to $6 or something like that. But you could be paying up to $15, $20, $25, and just like you pay at home, and for basically some Western food or even Thai cuisine, depending on what restaurant you go to. So you got to be mindful of what restaurants you go to, and make sure that if you trying to live on a cheaper end, then you might want to not spend money or go out and eat all the time. You might want to get food delivered to your home, or just go to a local spot near you. Okay, so speaking of food costs and stuff, when you go, and this is number 11 by the way, when you go out, make sure you have cash on you all the time. And when I say all the time, like, you will be spending mostly just cash all the time, because unless you have a Thai bank account, you can't really use your card that much. I never use my card really. I usually just have cash on me, and I just give them cash. And they really don't take credit cards like that. You might get, sometimes they might, you know, you might accept it at a bar or a club, but at restaurants they don't really accept card. They really just ask for cash. So make sure you have cash on you. If you want to eventually get a Thai bank account, you can do that. There is agencies that can help you with that, and there's also agencies that can help you with your visa. So be mindful that you can get this stuff. It's just you got to be eligible for it, and it's just a process. But make sure you follow the steps, and make sure you have cash on you, because you want to not, if you don't have cash, sometimes you probably gonna not be able to eat at that place, and you don't want to not do that. Okay, so number 12, I want to talk about the going out scene. So yes, you can go out to the clubs and stuff, but that does not necessarily means like the drink is going to be cheaper than in the United States or anywhere else in the out the country. So I heard, and I don't drink, so I really don't know 100%, but some of my friends told me it can be expensive to go out and drink and stuff like that. And I seen some prices of drinks and stuff like that. Usually I see drinks for like 300 baht or 400 baht, depending on where you go. Like if you go to a Sky Bar, it might be even more expensive than that at a Sky Bar. But if you go to like a club or bar, it's usually like 200, 300, 400, depending on the bar and club you go to. And if it's like 200, that's like $6. But if it's like 300, 400, that's like $9 to $12. Then it might get up to 500, which is about $15. So it all depends on what club you go to. But I just want to let you know that just because you go out here does not mean it's going to be cheaper. You know, it might be just as expensive, especially if you just spend money, you know, constantly and not even caring, you know, just thinking, oh man, it's only 300 baht. That 300 baht can add up if you just keep buying and buying and buying. So a lot of my friends, they just buy, you know, drinks from 7-Eleven or whatever the case may be, and then they'll pregame and then go into the club, and then they'll probably buy a drink or two or something like that. But I also heard that if you try to buy a table that is not as expensive, depending on the club, but it's not as expensive, but it is like you do start to drink and then you start to buy more because you think it's not that expensive. So that's the bad part about thinking that, oh, it's not as expensive, but people who start drinking, and so they just start spending more money and they just start adding on to the tab. So be mindful of that, and just make sure you manage your finances properly. Okay, so number 13, speaking of 7-Eleven, so 7-Eleven is very, very convenient. It's all over Thailand. It's gonna be hard for you not to see it 7-Eleven, and it's gonna be hard for you not to even go in there, because I practically go there every day. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a 7-Eleven right downstairs in my building. Every building and everybody condo I've been to, they all got 7-Elevens. It's very, very convenient, and it's very different than the ones in the United States or anywhere else, as far as I know. Because the 7-Elevens, they not only got like good snacks and good little meals, because you can get like little meals that's very, very affordable. They have like hygiene products, they have, you know, cleaning products. They got a lot of stuff for you to just, you know, for everyday living, you know. And it's very, very convenient, especially when you're getting like snacks, especially when you come home from, you know, partying all night and stuff. You can get a good snack, a good little drink, and then you can go back home and just chow down and go to sleep. It's really convenient. And when I tell you the snacks is very, very affordable, like you can get like one of those meals for like $1. You know what I'm saying? Get $1 food, $1 drink. It ain't even expensive at all. So it's very convenient, man. 7-Eleven is great here. It's gonna be your best friend, trust me. And if you come here and don't use a 7-Eleven, I will, you know, I will give you $1 myself. Okay, so 14, I want to talk about the culture here in Thailand. So I want to let everybody know that when you come to Thailand, the culture will be different, meaning that they have, you know, rules and a different religion probably than you, and you really need to really appreciate their culture and really not disrespect Thai people at all. Thai people, for the most part, are very, very friendly and very nice, and it is making it bad for foreigners to come here and to disrespect their land. I get that we want to come here and have a great time, but we need to respect their land, and we can't be coming in and disrespecting them and disrespecting their culture. So a tip for everybody: do not come here with any foolishness. Just come here to have a great time, and immerse yourself with the culture, have fun with your friends or family or whatever, and just don't disrespect Thai people, and make sure that you are paying your bills and treating them well. Tip them if you can, and just be a very good human. So some honorable mentions that I want to bring up before I go to the last one. One, I want to say that you could find a home on different types of websites like FazWise, ddproperties.com, or even like Facebook Marketplace. And you can also just probably get an agent. Some agents will do it totally for free, and some agents won't. And they can help you find a place to stay for your budget, your lifestyle, whatever. Also, you can also find an agent to, help you with your visa situation, or help you with anything like tour stuff. You have an agent for anything here. So that's one honorable mention. You can, if you need help with something, you can get agents, and they can help you with anything that you basically need. Honorable mention number 2 is working in Thailand. So it's very, very niche that you can work in Thailand. It's only a small amount of things. A lot of digital nomads, they basically work as teachers, and some people like work in tourism, or they either work freelance online or something like that. But for the most part, you basically have to have a remote job coming here, or you can work as a teacher. And working here is a little bit more difficult because you're not a citizen. But if you want work, it is like teaching jobs and other jobs that can help you, but you have to very much look for them or seek out for them, and hopefully they will even hire you. So honorable mention number 3, so the internet service, or basically trying to get a SIMS card. You can get a SIMS card internet at any of the providers here, which is like AIS or DTAC, or it's other ones, but basically those are like the main ones. You can get internet service from there, or you could also get a SIMS card from there. If you don't have one near you, you could also basically go to a 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven is very convenient. Most of them have like SIMS cards, some of them don't, but most of them have it, and they will probably sell it to you. I had one instance where they wouldn't sell it to me because I was foreign, but I just went to a different one. So be mindful of that. You can get SIMS card at 7-Eleven. If you're looking for like internet service for your home, you would have to go to like AIS, DTAC, I think it's TrueMove. TrueMove is the other one. And just be mindful of that. Okay, honorable mention number 4. So we're gonna talk about the air pollution and the climate. The air pollution isn't as good. I see people all the time with like masks on, and obviously it's for more just for the air pollution. It's also too that it's not good to be in certain parts of Thailand because of the air pollution, especially in certain times like when dry season come. So just be mindful. If you don't like bad air pollution, just make sure you just stay out of those areas that has bad air pollution. But also I want to tell you that it's very hot, so wear stuff like, as you can see, I'm just wearing a lot of, open stuff so you can, don't be as hot. So just bring clothes that's like very, very open, very, very free, so you won't have to be sweating all the time. And it's only hot when it's not really rainy season. Rainy season is like May through October, so that's when it be just raining most of the time. But right now it's rainy season, and it's kind of like sunny, as you can see a little bit. So you get rain, but it's not really all the time, and it's still hot. It's like probably 90 degrees. So be mindful of that. just bring, some really, really breathable clothing, and you'll be fine. Last but not least, enjoy yourself. Yes, enjoy yourself. I know it's self-explanatory, but enjoy yourself. You come here, and I know you want to explore something new, immerse yourself with the culture, be with the friendly Thai people, and that's great. But also enjoy yourself while you're here, because it's a blessing to be here. You're privileged to even be able to come out here, and honestly, I'm still in shock every day that I wake up to be here. So that's all I want to say, is to enjoy yourself. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this content. If you have any other questions, comment down below. Please comment down below. I'm going to try to answer every single one of them. Live, laugh, learn, listen. Always love everybody. Don't do it to them. Fizzle. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Peace out.